Hey there, this is Katherine. I am sharing a set from Diamond Press that I got from HSN. This is part of an auto ship program, the pop-up cards. This one is all about fireworks and 4th of July. And you get full color instructions that I'm going to share in the video. And then I'll just quickly show you what's included in this set. There is a large stamp set. This is maybe the second or third one, and I feel like the last one had a really large, physically large stamp set like this. I kind of wish Diamond Press would go back to the smaller stamp sets because I find this size very hard to store. So it's not very practical for me in storing. So that would be my only feedback and just awareness for you is that if you get this kit, it is a physically large stamp set. It's got some great sentiments, and I like the stamps, but it is a little bit bigger for my taste. And then you get a cutting pad if you have a cutting folder, if you have the marquee, and then there are a bunch of dies that you will use to create the card. So let's get started. I have gone ahead and colored. I used B29 and R29 for my colors. I have stamped and die cut everything needed, the interlocking fireworks, A and B, a pop-up banner, and a pop-up banner B. And then I did a little of the extra stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up using that or not, but you can have some extra little fireworks and such. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to make a mistake in the beginning that you'll see that I'm going to fix pretty quickly. On these pieces that stand up that are part of the bouquet, there are tabs, and I overlooked them. I find that I used a little bit of a thinner white cardstock for this to color, and so sometimes I find that my score line is not that strong on the bottom of these where that cut is, where the little cut in is. So just be aware that there is a score line. It didn't really show up on mine. And so I initially glued those together. So just pay attention to the instructions. I tried to follow them. I really did. I'm a visual learner, so I appreciate the instructions, but sometimes I don't read everything clearly and I make mistakes. So you can see I was showing you where those little score lines are. So depending, I think, on the color of your cardstock or maybe the weight of it, you may not see the score line or feel it quite as much. So I'm just taking time here to find the other score line and go ahead and fold that back. You're going to fold that into the card because we're going to use these tabs to create the card base, part of the card base, I should say, the box of it. So again, I'm just going to glue these back to back per the instructions, and then I will have those two tabs that are free on each side. So let me go ahead and glue these together, and then these are going to go together to create the pop-up part, which is really fun. I've had some videos on the previous ones. There was an Easter basket one that is super adorable, and then the flower one, which I think is probably my favorite. I want to make lots and lots of them. I just need to find time to make them, but they're really fun. So you can check back on my channel. I've got a couple of those videos that you can check out if you have any of these products. I think that Easter bouquet is for sale on Diamond Press, possibly, if you're interested and you like this kind of interactive card. Okay, so here I am trying to figure out the tab on this part that holds the box, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm struggling with it. You can see I'm kind of cutting in and out of the camera here, and I think what threw me is they had the 4th of July banner in the picture over it, and I just couldn't see how it went together even with the written instructions. So that's just something I struggled with. I left this in because I want you to know that it's not always so easy for me either, and I have to work problems out sometimes as well, especially when I just can't get the instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting the bouquet together, taking a break from that little part, the panel part at the bottom, and I'm going to come back and see if I can rectify that and get it going the way it's supposed to be. So they show you how to fold down your bouquet. You're going to have those tabs again. Two of them will fold in, and then the other one will kind of back up next to it. So you'll have 4 tabs to glue. So now I need to go back and revisit and work on this box part. And I'm trying to figure out how exactly this goes together, because again, that 4th of July banner just kind of blocked the front of it, and I just couldn't get it in my head. So I'm just taking a second here to figure out how I'm going to work that out. I'm going to leave that 4th of July banner off because I wasn't completely sure where to glue it, and I didn't want to glue it and then it didn't work on the card correctly. So I'm going to save that for the end, and I actually don't think I recorded that part either. So at the end, I will come back once I get this box together, and I'm going to glue the 4th of July banner on there appropriately. So I'm thinking these two tabs need to go together, and now I am ready to try and attempt to put it together. And I'm going to fold that one tab on the, I think they're called Banner B is the skinnier one, the individual one, and I am going to adhere this to that one because I think I'm trying to get it together, and I know that it has to go together that way. So I'm just kind of working ahead and making a decision to go ahead and try it and see what happens, because I know that it has to turn a certain way to open. So I'm going to fold in that little tab you can see in step 4. I'm just going to go for it and glue that together. Again, you can see the tab on the front, the banner I should say on the front. So I don't know, that just gave me kind of fits today. So now I'm going to finish folding that together and let that dry for a second. I am using a liquid adhesive, so you want to let that dry and make sure you have a good adhesion there. Now, since I've got that part together correctly, I am going to lay in the bouquet part, and the picture shows that you need to fold in to create that box. I've got that tab back, and then I have the 4 tabs that I'm going to glue down on the front, and then I will close that up after I add a little more glue to the back of those. But I'm just taking my time here to make sure that everything is in place. I'm going to fold those 2 tabs together when the time comes. And then I will also add glue to the back tabs. And the reason you do that is what allows you to open up the box part. And you'll see that come together. Once you get it the first time, it's really pretty easy. And you get the first time finished and you know that you are correct, then you are ready to go. So you can see there that box is going to open nicely. And my fireworks are standing up and will pop out the way that they are supposed to. Okay, so I got through that step. And now I am going to move on. I'm still not sure about this banner, so I'm just messing with it, but then I'm going to decide just to wait. Best thing is to wait. I can always add it later, as opposed to starting over again because I glue it incorrectly and the box won't open. So I decide just to avoid that and move on from this. And then I have it upside down right there too. So that would be something I would do, is I would glue it upside down and realize, oh no, I've done it upside down. So then the card would really be ruined. So I just decided, like I said, a bunch of times to wait. There are these little optional pieces. I am going to decide not to use those. I showed those in the beginning that I stamped. I just stamped these in blue and red ink onto white cardstock. And then now I'm going to work on putting this card together. So everything should be nice and dry. And you can see that box pops up the way that it is supposed to. I'm following the picture here. You're going to have those 2 tabs. They're going to be against each other, face to face. And then it's going to tell me to flip that over and place it into my card. And I'm going to stick it closer to the top. That's what it's showing. I think these fireworks are a little bit taller than the previous items, the little Easter basket and the flowers. So it's just showing me where to place it. And then I am working on exactly where to put that tab for this box. And I haven't really folded it at all, really messed with the paper. So I'm just making sure that I'm folding it back and forth to make sure that it's going to pop open the way that it's supposed to before I add that glue. And then I will add all the glue on this one. You can see the purple in the picture that they say to glue to that side. And then it will pop up and you can see that my box has started to come to life. I'm going to pause here and add a front to my card. I'm using a Stamps of Life stamp Happy 4th of July because I liked that stamp better for the front of my card. I wanted a solid image instead of having to stamp and color it again. So I'm going to use this blueberry ink that matches the cardstock, and then I will come back and start stamping some of the fireworks that are included in the stamp set. And I will probably add some glitter glue, stickles, or something to the inside of my bouquet. I didn't want to do that while it was wet. I didn't finish coloring every little star that was included because I thought I would want to come back and add a little bit of glitz to it. I have some stickles that has blue and red, so I will add that onto my card before I mail it in a few months. And that way I could continue with the video and not have to stop for the glue to dry. But that's just a quick way to add a little finish to your cards. I'm all about the stickles and the glitter glue. So I'm just randomly stamping these around using the red, which is the strawberry, and the blueberry to my card, and just kind of randomly placing them here. And there's no right or wrong way to do these. I'm just trying to kind of balance out my color choices and fill the front of my card. These stamps would make a great background stamp. That would be fun if they created a background stamp of these fireworks. Okay, so that is finished. All right, so now I'm ready to glue onto the front of my card. I started with a dry adhesive and I ran out. I knew it was close to the end, but that's just timing. You can't control these things sometimes when you're just making stuff, and you just shift on to the next thing. All right, so I'm going to add this onto here. My card's a little crooked. I'm just trying to correct that, and then now I can open up that inside and look at that. How cute. I love these pop-up series. They're a lot of fun. Thanks for staying with me today while I was trying to figure out that one part. But I hope you enjoyed it and have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.